All right, Commissioner, hold on. I'll tell him.
Honey, it's Phil. The gold reserve is being attacked.
Tell him I'll be right there.
Don't forget to shut the window.
What? All right. What's the joke? What's so funny?
Thank you for staying with us. Our first guest tonight can be seen at 6, 7, and 11 o'clock on WOWK Television 13 right here in Huntington, West Virginia. Please give it up for Sandra Cole and Rick Dayton.
Let us in! Let us in!
Come on. Come on.
All right, all right.
I know him.
Good to see you.
It's Channel 3's Jim here. Oh my God.
Good to see you. Good to have you. Thank you. Glad you came. I know. This is great.
Are you going to join him?
Now, I have to stay by the door. That's my job today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you stay by the door. It's all about you guys today.
You're the
You've done
doorman.
this before.
Right, I'm okay with that, too.
You've got to give us some advice.
It's all you
Stand
tell me.
try
Go up
you.
there. He's tough. He asks
Come
tough
on.
questions. He bites ankles.
Does
Just
he really?
keep your ankles away from him. He's okay. Good luck.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Rick, thank you
How
for
are you?
that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. All right, that wasn't that bad. No, whoa, no, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
We're that close together at work. We can't do that here.
That wasn't that bad. I mean, I guess you could, but
That's
thank
how
you.
we are at work.
Well, you all married, right? The two of you together, right?
27 years.
Together,
Yeah.
that's really
27
nice.
years.
5 kids.
Yeah.
5 kids. Unbelievable.
People think that, though. They really do.
Yeah.
People obviously will walk up and they'll say, you know, I'll be with my wife at the grocery store. And they say, well, why aren't you with your wife? And I said, well, no, this is my wife. And they just get the assumption. They see you together all the time. And the assumption is that you're married. And it's very funny, but people do ask that. It's happened on many, many occasions that people say, where's Sandra?
Yeah, it happens to me too a lot. It's like, where's, I'm just kidding, I'd never get recognized. But I'm sure you all do all the time. Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, who are you? How do you handle it? Do you handle it? I mean, you're always gracious, I get signing autographs, taking pictures, or you like to, no. You got the sunglasses, no, stay away.
No. People, you know what? In a small town, you can't be like that. I mean, maybe in New York City you can get away with that. I don't know. Maybe Katie Couric does that. I'm not sure, but not in a small town like Huntington. I mean, everybody's friendly. I have children, so I'm out in the community. Rick has 3. I have 2. We're at sporting events. We're just out there, you know, doing our thing with our kids like a lot of other families. So you're going to run into people.
And you are, I mean, you are normal people. But you just the job you have. Well, Rick, yeah.
What's your
Rick has
definition of normal?
I've been called abnormal, but you know.
Well, it depends on the situation. But again, the job you do, you are in the public light a lot. So people tend to know you, but really they don't know you. So I bet it is kind of challenging being out and running into people like that.
Usually everybody's so nice. That's the thing. And you know, a lot of times they don't even really pay that much attention. It's just like, oh, that's that person on TV. You know, you go to Walmart and look. What you get a lot is a look like, I know them from somewhere. How do I know that person?
But you don't wear the Sandra Cole press pass all the time, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
we're out in our shorts and we're out, you know, we're out in our regular clothes, and it is kind of odd because people don't know for sure if we're, you know, that person that they see on TV reading the news. So they kind of give you that funny look, like she looks kind of familiar, but yet nah, that can't be her.
It just can't be her.
That
The thing
can't be
that's
her.
really fun is when you're not, you know, maybe if you go to church, you're more recognizable because you look the way you look on TV. But we have horses, and so we go show horses, and I'll show up at a horse show wearing jeans and a boot, you know, boots, and
unshaven.
Absolutely, and you know, you show up like that, and you're getting ready to show horses, and people just kind of look and say, "Who in the world?" Is, and then they announce who it is, and they say, "It really is the same person." We don't expect you to have a life outside of the box on our wall at home, and that's just sort of the way that they see you.
It's strange, and it's not just your station, it's every station in this market. They do that dual anchor. One person reads the news and the other one reads the news. Do we have such a attention deficit that has to have 2 people read the news, or do you all like sitting together? Or
You know, when I started, to be honest, when I started in the business, let's see, probably around like the early 80s, it was a lot.
1880s.
Yeah, and that'd be 1880s, yes. It was mainly a male-dominated business, and a lot of times it was just a solo male anchor. As a matter of fact, I started off as a producer for the evening news. That was my foot in the door, and I produced for a male anchor. So he was, you know, he was a solo male anchorman, and there was no female co-anchor.
The times have changed.
And that was very common back then. It was very male-dominated, just like the evening news still tends to be, although Katie Couric has kind of broken that mold now. But for years, I mean, forever, it was one solo male anchor. Well, then the 80s kind of changed that. In the 80s, you just started to see more and more women coming into the business, and the next thing you knew, there was a female co-anchor sitting next to the male anchor, especially in the local news. Now, not on the national, but in the local.
You know, and we have that gorgeous, good-looking person that reads us the news, like Rick. then you have, you got Sandra just picking up, picking up
the slack.
What is it with? I've always wondered this. The end of the newscast is always who's going to say that last word. Thanks for watching CBS Eve News Next. Check us back to today. Yeah, you always bounce back.
We have a contest to see who can get the last word in.
And how does that work? I mean,
we cover Spencer's mouth and Steve's mouth.
Yeah.
And that takes at least 2 out of the equation.
Yeah.
And so then it's just a matter of a coin flip. Actually, there are certain subtleties that people don't see underneath the desk. You don't have any idea, but I mean, you can nudge somebody or bump somebody or step on their foot or whatever to let them know to keep it so you're not both talking at the same time.
And I like it when he nudges.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah,
now you said
nice.
you were. Yeah.
Hands up here. But you do. There's certain subtleties that you can do that that people at home don't necessarily know, so it comes off being a bit more smooth.
Unbelievable. Well, thank you all for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Would you mind signing a few autographs?
Well, no, absolutely not. I don't do that.
You don't sign autographs?
Possible. But wait, actually, let's do something. Let's do something real quick. Since we have the major anchors here, you all mind competing in a little competition we have? Would you all mind competing?
Absolutely. We
All
love
right.
competition.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it. We have Alexis from our audience who's going to help us out. We are going to have an old-fashioned read-off. Here's the point. We've got so many different stories. They're going to read their copy. They're going to read their copy, and whoever gets through first is going to be the best anchor in the region. Is that a good?
It's
classification?
a speed thing.
Can we do it?
So it's a matter of speed and accuracy, or just speed because there's a difference?
This is a university. Who cares about accuracy, right? All right. Is everybody ready in the audience? All right, here we go. Is everybody ready at home? All right, whoever gets done first. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go.
Severe weather threatens our area tonight. Good evening, I'm Rick Kate.
Lafayette.
Many are bracing for a possible bout with around weather tonight. Are there storms? When will they arrive in your neighborhood? Chief Meteorologist Spencer Atkins has on the radar and joins us now with a look at the stormcast.
Major malfunction of FiberNet service has most of the mountain state operating in crisis mode. Police departments to hospitals, the phone lines simply don't work.
Charleston police are urging caution as a woman claims she was raped outside of our early Sunday morning.
A single accident in Jackson County claimed the life of a woman.
We're now learning more about a man who crashed causing multiple 5 people. This is Brian Stone's 8th DUI arrest.
The city of Huntington is going to start targeting individual drunks.
Willie Tremblay Jr. pleaded guilty in May of setting a fire devastated a downtown section of Elizabeth. Now Tremblay will spend up to 60 years in jail. The sentence was handed down on Monday. The fire last June destroyed 3 buildings and several others. Extensive damage. Investigators say Tremblay and co-defendant Jared Evans set a fire to
one of West Virginia's favorite daughters in the Mountain State taking a look at environmental issues. Country music star Kathy
One of West Virginia's favorite daughters in the Mountain State looking at environmental forecast. Country star Kathy Matte's back to the day with Martina Bills.
Workers at 2 Raleigh County coal mines returned from vacation to find the mines are closed. Now workers at the Peachtree mines in Raleigh County are afraid the mines will not reopen. Woo!
Severe weather threatens our area tonight. Good evening. I was going to keep going for a second round.
No, you're going for a second round. Congratulations. We've got a winner, folks, right here. Thank you again for being on the show. Thank you. Thank you. And now it's time for a new segment we call Adam, the Challenger Eid.